Alright, so I showed you our 6640 snowplow setup and how simple and cheap that it is. And oh, that's my wife. Now I'm going to show you this 6030 setup, and we just have got this set up. This last winter here was the first winter that we used it. So, and it worked great, even though we only had one snow, which was kind of a letdown. But anyway, here it is. It is an HLA Snow wing, and there's a 10-foot moldboard, and then there's 3-foot wings on either side. Now right now I have it in box blade mode, so like if you were trying to clean up a parking lot, you can close these wings and make it a box blade and push straight and plow the snow off a parking lot without leaving so many windrows. Now in just a second I'm going to show you what all this blade can do, but first of all I'll show you this mountain plate right here. I have a video on how this thing is all fastened, and looks like I got some company. Be right back. Alright, so I'm back. What I was going to tell you about this snow frame, or this frame that's on this tractor, and it's an HLA attachment frame, and it cost about $6,000 just for the frame, and then the blade was another $12,000. But this frame on this tractor, it's got a scissor lift, and then this right here is a global, what they call global attachment, which is what's the same thing that's on a whole lot of your bigger loaders that go on your tractors. So you should be familiar with that. A lot of you would be. John Deere has been using that global attachment on their loaders for a while now. Anyway, this is all factory built, and it's on there. It's on there good. And then it's got this beam that goes all the way under the tractor and attaches to the drawbar, or pushes against the drawbar. And I show that in the other video about this HLA Snow frame mount. And you can go back and find that if you want to. Now, the hydraulics, they fish up through the bottom tube down there, and they come up. And if you watch the other video on the 6640, I was talking about the 6030 having the remote valves out here, a mid-mount valve. This is what I was talking about. And I got a stack of valves here, and this is where I plug the hydraulics in for the blade up there. And it also requires this electrical connection. This is a Delphi plug that this wire was just a solid wire and had no way to disconnect it, so I put this plug on it. You can get that stuff on Amazon, as a matter of fact. That's where I got it. And I'm going to show you more about that blade in just a second, but on the back of this tractor we're running a big Rhino Blade. It is a 10-foot mold board on that blade. It is a 1540, and it is all hydraulic, and it is built fairly heavy. It's built heavy enough to be on this tractor. So and it's a good counterweight for this heavy blade on the front, because it is rather heavy. So let me show you what all this blade can do. Like I said before, it's in box blade mode right now, but let me show you what it'll do. Alright, so the first thing this blade will do is, you got this switch here in the cab, and I put all this in here. If you put it in the center and you go to your joystick, of course pulling it back raises it all the way up. It comes up in the air pretty good ways, about 3.5 foot. Alright, and if you move the joystick to the right, it angles to the right. If you move to the left, it angles to the left. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, the next thing this blade will do, obviously it's in a box position right now for pushing straight ahead, but if you want to open this blade up, you can push over to the right. Now this is going to make the right wing operate. Now, this right wing and left wing also will stretch out like this, and it'll also fold all the way back. So if you fold both wings all the way back, you have just a regular 10-foot blade to do whatever with. If you want a windrow out of one side or the other, you know, you can do that. Now the other thing you can do is you can put both wings out straight, and you have a 16-foot wide blade, and you can angle it. And of course, when you angle it, you have a narrower width, but you know, 16-foot wide ain't nothing to sneeze at here. So, and then if you like, let's say you want to angle all your snow to windrow to the right, then you can angle. You can put this angle of the blade to the right, put this wing out so you get extra width over here, put this wing forwards, and that prevents spillage on the left side. And you know, you can do that to the right side, and you can do all the same stuff over to the left, is what I'm trying to say. If you want it to go to the left, and then you can angle that wing forwards. So, you know, this blade's very versatile. I got to use it in one snow, and I just loved it. You can just do all kinds of stuff with it. We have to get the snow pushed back off further than the white line. It has to be plowed off past the white line of the road, and they like to see it just off the edge of the road if possible. So having this wing stuck out here is just excellent for doing that, because you don't have to drive the tractor off the edge of the road anymore to get the job done. And also, most of the roads that I'm pushing with this tractor aren't extremely wide anyway, and I can make 2 passes and I can have the whole road clear and have it pushed back past the white line. And during a heavy snow, that's a real big advantage, because where I was having to make 4 passes on one road, I'm only having to make 2 passes to do the same work. So it really made a big difference. So, alright, well, let's shut it back down and get out of here. Alright, so there it is, all the way open, 16 foot wide, and that's just, like I said a minute ago, it's just awesome pushing snow with this thing. And you know, for out on the road, and then you get in a parking lot and you can turn it into a box scraper and just save yourself tremendous amounts of time with windrows and stuff, and it's just great. Now I just got done putting the fenders back on this tractor, because when we push snow with this tractor, a lot of times it'll end up getting so slick we have to run chains on the front, and I take the fenders off to do that so they don't get tore up. But they're starting to get a little faded out. Need to do something about that. But anyway, I got some stuff for ATVs I put on them one time, and it made them look great for about a month, and now they're back to the way they looked before. But anyway, just the way it is. Seems like it's always a struggle to keep these tractors looking like new. I like to try to keep them looking good. And they sit in a shed, and of course it's an open air shed, so the sun can still get in there and shine on them and does damage to them. But there ain't nothing I can do about that, really. We just don't have anything better to put them in right at the moment. But you can kind of tell well, you can't tell in the video, but the hood of the tractor's starting to get a little bit dingy, even though I try to keep it waxed at least once or twice a year. But anyway, all right, well, I hope you like my blade, and I guess comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Y'all be safe out there.